To start implementing ISO 37001, an organization needs to establish an Anti-Bribery Management System, or ABMS, that meets the requirements specified in the standard. Here is a step-by-step guide based on the ISO 37001 framework. Understand the context of your organization. Clause 4. Understand the internal and external issues that can affect your organization's ability to achieve the intended outcomes of the ABMS. Consider factors such as size, structure, operations, and the regulatory environment. Determine the stakeholders relevant to the ABMS, like employees, customers, and regulatory bodies, and understand their expectations. Clearly establish the boundaries of your identified interested parties, considering the identified internal and external factors, interested parties, and the results of a bribery risk assessment. Leadership commitment, Clause 5. Ensure that top management is committed to implementing and maintaining the ABMS. Leadership should establish an anti-bribery policy, integrate it into the organization's culture, and allocate necessary resources. Develop a policy that prohibits bribery, complies with applicable laws, and provides a framework for setting anti-bribery objectives. The policy should be communicated throughout the organization and made available to relevant interested parties. Assign roles and responsibilities. Designate an anti-bribery function responsible for overseeing the ABMS. This function should have authority and independence, and it should report directly to top management. Regularly assess and prioritize bribery risks based on the organization's context and objectives. Evaluate existing controls and their effectiveness. Establish measurable objectives that align with the anti-bribery policy. Plan actions to achieve these objectives, including determining what will be done, who will do it, and when it will be completed. Develop plans to address the identified risks and opportunities. This includes ensuring the ABMs can achieve its intended outcomes and monitoring its effectiveness. Provide adequate resources to establish, implement, maintain, and improve the anti-bribery management system. Ensure that all personnel are competent and aware of the anti-bribery policy and their role in the ABMS. This includes providing regular training and maintaining documented evidence of competence. Establish procedures for internal and external communication relevant to the ABMS, including how, when, and with whom to communicate. Operational controls, Clause 8. Implement appropriate financial and non-financial controls to manage bribery risks in various operational areas like procurement, sales, and human resources. Conduct due diligence on personnel and business associates to ensure they align with the organization's anti-bribery objectives. Manage business associates. Ensure that business associates implement anti-bribery controls or have their own systems in place based on a risk assessment. Performance evaluation, Clause 9. Regularly monitor, measure, analyze, and evaluate the ABMS's performance and effectiveness. This includes internal audits and management reviews. Plan and conduct internal audits at planned intervals to ensure the ABMS meets the standards requirements and the organization's policies. Top management should review the ABMS periodically to ensure its continuing suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness. Improvement, Clause 10. Develop a process for continual improvement of the identified interested parties. This includes addressing nonconformities, taking corrective actions, and making necessary changes to improve effectiveness. React to nonconformities identified during audits or other evaluations, determine their causes, and implement actions to prevent their recurrence. Annex A provides additional guidance on how to implement the requirements of ISO 37001. This guidance is not prescriptive but offers examples and best practices to help tailor the ABMs to the organization's specific needs and context. Starting the implementation of ISO 37001 involves a comprehensive approach that aligns with the organization's specific context, leadership commitment, risk assessment, and a structured plan to integrate anti-bribery measures into all aspects of its operations.